It's a lot easier for me to do this way, you know. Every female you will see, unless I say otherwise, everyone, them and their friends, because their friends think like they do, is someone that I don't respect and is what I consider a Babylonian you know what. Okay? Now, all these women you see are women I considered were attractive and therefore I click like. As part of my experiment, part of my understanding of women, what have you. They also, especially if they look like this, they embody what a Babylonian whore is more, well, Babylon, you know what I mean, is more than other women do. You understand me? Now, I'm not putting any one picture for more than a few seconds, so they can't really complain about it. You understand me? As far as the YouTube rules go. All these female you are looking at, okay, with the exception of a few bots, if they don't have a long description, chances are they're a bot. Like this one right here. This one's probably a bot. I can't really say their judgment is bad, but judging by how the other ones who look like them reacted, we can assume several things. These females are ambitious, first and foremost, long before they're righteous. Okay? I wouldn't call any of these women righteous women, even the ones with no description. And the ones when you see active 1 day ago or 3 days ago, whatever, right? These are the ones, and a description, even if they don't have a description, if they're active 1 day or more, chances are they're not a bot. Bots tend to be the women who are active, 30 seconds ago, 2 minutes ago. They're constantly adding everybody so they can get, try to get phone numbers and things of this nature. Anyway, so all these women you're seeing, I'm going to go the whole 15 minutes unless I start over, This is since Cinco de Mayo alone. You understand me? All these women are the last month alone. I've been studying women on Tinder now for, I believe, since last November or something. This is a good 7 months or so, and especially since the beginning of the year, intensely. Pretty sure, I could be mistaken, but these ones are the ones from about a month ago to now. Looking about 30-day period. She's actually one that added me. She just never talked to me. Probably an informant. That one I showed you earlier. So you see all these women, good-looking women, right? You can tell by how they dress too. Those of you who know about people, especially those of you who study psychology, evolutionary psychology, behavioral psychology, especially those of you who study sociology, you know very well what I'm saying. These people are, and people who are very personable, people who deal with people a lot, people who are good at reading people. You can tell that all these women base their marketability, their eligibility to find an eligible bachelor, if you will, on, you see the nose rings, okay? Also, I want you to keep an eye out for the one-arm tattoos and the nose rings. Remember, this one has a nose ring, the double nostril ring. Okay, her, she doesn't count. She's somebody that's been catfishing me. I don't think that's her real picture. Anyway, so as you can see, we're going through all kinds of races of women. This one is a little bit more modest dressing. I have a little more respect for her, even though she didn't match me, because she's a little bit more modest dressing. See her, you know what she's trying to say with that pose. Oh, that just found its way in there. That's that girl from before, the Melanie. So yeah, all these women, have bad judgment. Okay, being ambitious isn't good judgment. It's materialistic judgment. The same reason why waving a flag is bad judgment. When you wave a flag, you are saying, I am of this world, and the kingdom of the United States, or the nation of the United States, is what I belong to. I am of the United States. My kingdom is not of this world. Also pay attention to names that are too similar to mine, such as this one, right? Probably not a real name. Okay? It was probably a mockery, a play on my name, on one of my nicknames, Mecca. Okay, as I'll say, my kingdom is not of this world. I'm spiritual. Okay, and most of these women, they're into themselves. They're conceited. Now, if you're good looking, it's one thing to know you're good looking. It's another thing to be ambitious with it. To say, I want to find a rich guy. I want to find a six-figure guy. I'm worth a six-figure guy. I'm worth an upper middle class neighborhood. I'm worth Beverly Hills. Some of these women see themselves in Beverly Hills. Some of them see themselves with a six-figure guy. She actually matched me, but only said hey to me, which is what some of these informants do. And she looks like, she's from the same family as some of these other informants. Her look is a very common one amongst some of these informants. There's some families that stick out, and a lot of these families are, I recognize from La Selva Valley Medical Center, different psych wards and different mental health institutions, because they're part of this military, mental health, what have you. But this story we're going to focus. This video we're going to focus exclusively. Well, actually, I'm supposed to. Oh boy. Anyway, that one of them, is someone who's a friend. That one from Facebook. So yeah, she doesn't really count. Yep. Oh yes, this person had added me, barely said anything to me. And she also looks like some of the families from, I think it was La Selva, Momentum, that kind of thing. They seem to have a big family, or they choose a lot of people that look like them, or look like they could be related to them. I think that's what they're doing partially. Part of it is family, part of it is familiar faces. And family can be familiar faces. I have a certain resemblance to my brothers. I'm sure if those of you who have brothers have a certain resemblance to your brothers. And if